Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Pick Up the Truth. Hope everybody's well out there. Now, today we're going to switch it up, and we're going to keep switching it up because all these masonic programmers that are meant to distract and deceive and divide us, they're not going to stop programming our minds with this shit, man. And what kind of shit am I talking about? I'm talking about the religious shit of good and evil. The good that they program your ass to believe in the Bible, that we should never take truth from because it was written by the Masonic ones that mentally and physically enslave us in this world. They'll give you the good in the Bible and they'll give you the evil in the Bible. And that's not for your benefit, guys, because none of it's real. It's only to program your mind to fear the God and to abide by the good that it tells you to abide by. And it also programs your mind to fear Satan. All of these characters are fictitious in a book. They're only created to give you the good and the bad. They want you to judge yourself and others by. And we've been doing it. We do it all our lives. We grow up doing it because they teach us to do it. And they never stop this programming, this intentional programming that makes us the people that they want us to be. And it's not just Mag Better Truth. It's a lot of the truth, so-called truthers out there that aren't really truthers, but they're Masonic gatekeepers meant to distract and deceive us from really finding out how we're being enslaved mentally and physically. Because they'll never tell us that. No way. Not at all. And they always try to give us a lifetime of distractions, and we'll see how they do it. And we're going to watch this video. It's created by a so-called truther, which is really a Masonic gatekeeper named Russian Vids. So let's get into this one, and we're going to break him down.
The cult of the 4th of July, specifically when it comes to the fireworks, the companies, the fireworks themselves, the boxes, it's no different than Halloween. Just taking a look here at this very...
Now, first off, he wants to try to convince you that the 4th of July isn't a cult. Okay, which it's not. Because if we know truth, it's just another holiday that they invented to cycle the money that they enslave us with, and they schedule this holiday on the calendar they created to schedule our lives in. So we already know it's just another way for them to cycle the money they enslave us with. It's not an occult, folks. And this is another reason why this one's going to show us all these products with the devil symbols. But we're going to take a look at that, and we'll explain that as we go. So let's continue.
First one, Highway to Hell, just like AC/DC. Taking a look here at this phantom fireworks stand, you see the occult of this pyramid with this building, and the phantom, which represents a spirit. As I mentioned many times before, ghosts are nothing more than demonic spirits. Ghosts are not...
See, now... Russian Vids wants you to believe in ghosts and demonic spirits, and we know they don't really exist. I mean, come on, give me a break. We're all energy, and how our energy affects the here and now when we leave the physical body that we are in. But when our physical body passes away, our energy leaves the body, and how it affects things around us, we don't know, truthfully. So that's why they like to spread a lot of disbelief about ghosts and demons and things that don't really exist, except for how they program you to believe it in your mind. Because one thing these Masonic gatekeepers aren't going to tell you is that when we're physically, when we're mentally and physically in slavery, we... hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is, when we're mentally and physically enslaved in this world, they manipulate our emotions in such a way that they can feed off of our emotional energy that they create from these psyops that only exist from what they program us to believe. But it has the ability to really generate emotional energies from us, and they can manipulate that energy to do whatever they want that energy to do. And that gets a lot of people, because we don't understand these things, and that gets a lot of people to believe, when they see these energies being manipulated in their real life in real time, but they can't see it because the energy is invisible, then they might get the conclusion, they might come to the conclusion that it's a ghost. Because these people that program our minds, they program our minds with these, to believe in these things that don't really exist, and that's how they get us to believe in these things that play on our emotions. So let's continue.
Your so-called family members or relatives, they come back disguised as family members, but they're not. Nothing more than demons.
Now he wants you to believe that they come back as family members, your family members or somebody else's family members, but they come back as demons. Come on, guys. That's crazy. All right. Now, these gatekeepers, they do this on purpose, and they keep us in a lifetime full of distractions with the Bible. They get us to believe in, and their gods and their angels and their demons and their devils. These things don't really exist, but they can truly, truly control our thoughts and manipulate our actions, which generates real emotional energy from us. And that sucks, man. This is why I attack these people like I do. And these Masonic gatekeepers that keep us from truth, it's time for them to go. They need to be exposed, and it's your turn. It is his turn, isn't it, guys? Russian Vids. It's time to pay the piper, my brother.
An example, again, with the purple. It's stated many times as well, red and blue make purple the color of royalty.
See, that's Mag says the same thing, His Masonic gatekeeping buddy says the same thing, and they distract us with this bullshit all the time, right? These colors, red and blue makes purple, and they keep saying it over and over and over again. Every video or every other video or whatever, whenever they can, to just keep you distracted with it, because that's all that it is. They distract you from real truth that they hide from us, because they don't truly want us to be mentally free or physically free, to be able to think on our own, so we can be the people that we want to be and not the people that they program us to be.
In witchcraft as well. Now, again, talking about how 4th of July, basically there's no difference between 4th of July and Halloween when it comes to the occult. Take a look here. Black magic.
Now, this one says there's no difference between the 4th of July and Halloween. Now, that's pretty much true because they're both holidays that are scheduled in the time they created on the calendar to get us to cycle the money that they enslave us with. And this is one reason why he keeps showing these fireworks, so he can program your mind to buy these things on the 4th of July. It's not really about showing you all the things that are on the packages with the devil and the black magic. And we know what that is. He just wants to program us into the evil it represents. The evil that they created that doesn't really exist from this fictitious character. So, yeah. And here he is. I mean, he brought up witches and black magic. Shit that you really only see in the movies or television shows, because the Hollywood actors, the Masonic actors that program us to be the people they want us to be, that's what they do. Let's continue.
A closer look. What do you see here? An owl. You see some bats. It looks like a frog right here. And the switch.
You see that? They use these animals that naturally exist also in creation, and to represent their good and evil, the frogs, the owl, the snake, the bats, all of these animals naturally exist in natural creation. But they want to use it as a representation and program it in your mind to think of it not as natural creation that exists in nature, but this fallacy that they program you to believe in your mind that coincides with the good and evil they want you to believe in. And trust me, why is it important for them to program us with the good and evil? I mean, it's to get us to judge each other and judge ourselves for a lifetime. They have us under their control.
With a crystal ball. Again, I don't want to repeat myself too much when it comes to, the 4th of July appearing to be.
See, there he goes again with the crystal ball. Now he wants to program us into psychics. Something that's not real at all either. It's just a way to program our minds and to get us to cycle the money that we're a slave to. And then that's what it's all about, right? The more money they get us to cycle, the more that they know, the more money they get us to cycle, the more we feed the system they designed to enslave us. And that's the trick.
No different than Halloween, but just take a look. You got the black cat, you got the black bat, you got the black widow, you have the cobra. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is all about supposedly the independence of the United States. It's more like celebrating Halloween during the summer.
See, he has no interest in telling you the truth, because he says celebrating the independence of the United States. Now, this one's supposed to be teaching us about Masonic things, right? Now, why does he still believe in America and the United States when he's trying to tell us and expose the Masonic ones? Because we know from truth that this country, the United States, is just America, the name that they invented because they stole the land and resources from us so we can pledge our allegiance to this name and give up our rights to this name, our natural born rights to this name. We can give up our natural born rights to the land they stole and the resources they stole from us. If we consider ourselves this name, when we pledge our allegiance to it, we no longer are meant to consider ourselves to be a natural born soul that exists in a body on the land that was created for it. But we become the name that they created just so we can give up that right. And here we go again with the natural animals that they want us to refer to as demonic, get us scared of natural creation we came from. All programming for your mind.
Summertime, just taking a look at this devil's party. It looks like you have a goblin, skeleton, of course a pumpkin here, of course a pumpkin.
Now, his point when he's showing us all these millions of products that have the devil's name on it, and that's not by coincidence. Of course, it's by design, because as many times as they can get us to believe in the God they created for the good and the devil they created for the bad, the more they can lock us into this system where we judge ourselves and judge each other. And then, instead of just thinking of ourselves as natural creation that was born on the land that was created for it. They don't want us to know. They don't want us to know, people, that we're meant to be free.
It is orange. That's why they selected this pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern as a symbol for Halloween. And of course, as well, for those that understand the occult, October is the only month of the year that is 33 as well. So you get orange pumpkins, that's 33, and you get the month itself, that is 33.
See, there you go. This one is so distracted, and he wants you to be distracted in the numerology as well. He'll teach you numerology to be distracted by it for a lifetime. A lifetime, guys. And he gets sophisticated in it. And just like Mag, another Masonic brother of his, because, when these two were fighting back and forth with each other, some of these truthers are real and some of them are not. But when these guys fight and argue with each other, more than likely it's just a planned event from the Masons who created it. It's just another psyop for your mind. And it's unfortunate that we can't trust these people. That's the unfortunate part. I mean, us as truthers, we're coming out of a world that deceives us totally. And we're looking to these guys to not fool us again, right? We're looking for these guys to tell us the absolute truth. And at least not try to be a deceiving motherfucking asshole that's meant to distract us, and because they still want to enslave us mentally and physically. And these guys, man, they need to go, and we need to expose them. They just need to leave us alone so we can search for truth honestly and equally and together, united. Instead of one or two or three trying to go off and fight these guys that are powerful. They program our minds. Now, that's a lot of power for people, right? They get on these YouTube channels. They get out here, program our minds. They bring all these toys that the corporations that enslave us create. so they can program our minds to buy it while they try to get us to decipher the Masonic signs and symbols in them. And it's just a never-ending cycle, right? Yeah.
Again, you take a look here. The skeleton, the goblin, this almost looks like, I'm not quite sure what this is. It looks like C-3PO. Maybe just a skeleton as well. Just this one's a little bit fatter. Now, let's take a look here.
Look at that. Now, Russian Vids is good at quickly putting thoughts in your head, C-3PO, trying to get you to think about Star Wars science fiction, even though he doesn't believe in the ball earth. He believes in the flat earth, but he still tries to program your mind with the way the corporations want to cycle the money from you. And he's a fast talker, and he does it fast. You think Mag tries to talk fast? This one, he talks fast and programs your mind fast at the same time.
You get demon fire. I mean, all these fireworks, unbelievable. God of fire. I mean, how obvious can it be? You got 666, Satanic Beast. They're not.
666, Satanic Beast, always trying to get you back into the end days in Revelations, right? Always with the 666, mark of the beast, they always want to get you back in that Bible that programs your mind. And these products that they create to cycle the money that they enslave us with, they'll put it on it. Why? To program our minds into it. They never want us to forget about what they program our minds with. That's the trick. They can't stop programming our minds with this shit. It doesn't mean it exists for real, but it exists for real in your head. And it exists for real when it generates real emotions, real thoughts, and controls your actions. That's where the real part comes in. This shit's not real, but it's real to you because it affects your thoughts, your emotions, and actions. And then they turn you into the people they want you to be. No joke, guys. We need to stop these people from accessing our minds and controlling the people we really are meant to be.
Not even trying to hide it. You have unleashed the beast. Of course, the beast is the Antichrist himself. Just like Monster Drink unleashed the beast. No difference.
See there? The beast is the Antichrist himself. And now Russian Vids, you can see he's really into that Bible program, and it's not by coincidence. I mean, as much truth as this man, this so-called just truther, this man is not a Mason, so he claims, but we know better. He's not going to stop programming our minds with the things that the corporations want us to be enslaved with. No. And don't think I'm not going to keep going and exposing these Masons, no matter who they are. I'm not here just to play around with these Masons. I'm here to expose them. Get them out of your head so you can actually have a chance at having a free thought to maybe free yourself from what enslaves you people. Yeah. Pick up the truth. That's what it's all about, right? Pick up the truth to free your mind and free your soul from what enslaves you.
Whatsoever. Taking a look, here's another one. 666, Satan's mark. I mean, come on. Who can't see what's taking place? Like I showed previously, Satanic desecration, 1933. And of course, the occult of 33 with this.
There you go. Repetitious Masonic signs and symbols, people. Repetitious Masonic signs and symbols. And what is that for? Does he think his subscribers need to constantly be reminded of the Masonic signs and symbols? Nah. He knows human beings aren't that dumb, but he can't go any further with this because if he does, that means he'll actually have to tell you some more information that he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to free your mind.
Specific firework. You have the Diablo, of course, in Spanish. Diablo is the devil. You have Satan's fury. You have Satan's revenge. Satan's gnall.
I reached out and touched the sky.
What makes a business?
Sorry about that.
This is Walt Disney here, and you have looks.
Now, all of these products with Satan on them, you think it's a coincidence, guys? Do you think Satan's real now? I mean, all of these things that want to brainwash your mind to believe in Satan, they come from the corporations that enslave us. Do you think Satan's real now? Do you want to continue being manipulated by this fictitious character that controls your thoughts and emotions? I wouldn't. I stopped. I'm so glad to be free from the things they used to program my mind to believe in. You don't know how glad I am that I can actually think on my own now. And I can actually learn truth and teach you guys what I've learned. But these guys aren't interested in that. They stick in a repetitious mode, teaching you signs and symbols, numerology, teaching you how to calculate words through numerology, and you're going to be distracted by it for a lifetime. You're never going to search for important truth that actually is meant to free you from the mental and physical slavery. No. And this is how we know these guys aren't truly honest about what they do, because they're at it for such a long period of time. So are you going to tell me that you can be doing something for a long period of time and you don't advance at it? Of course we do. Every time that we do something as human beings, we get better and better and better at it and learn more and more and more. But you don't see that with these truthers, so-called truthers, teaching their repetitious truth because they have to. This is a sign of a gatekeeper. They're not interested in going further, diving deeper, and actually getting into the things that physically and mentally enslave us. No, they can't. And we can see this as proof of what they really are.
Like the rings of Saturn with these two fireworks here in the sky. And give me a break. What is taking place here? And I want to again repeat myself. It's more like for Halloween during the summertime. Get the Red Devil, very famous firework brand. You have Phoenix Fireworks. Again, you have the Red Devil box, the red and the blue. Again, red and blue is purple. Now the
Red Devil box, red and blue as purple. Yes, you know what that does? It programs you back into the political world that you are not supposed to believe in, because it's all staged, people. The political arena is staged. Your vote doesn't count. They already have these people planned to control and program our minds, brainwash us back into the world that we were meant to be enslaved in. They're never going to free us. We have to free ourselves. And if you're waiting for the God they program your mind to believe in to save you, unfortunately, you will die not knowing truth. and your families will still be enslaved in this world because you refused not to act. You refuse not to change. So by refusing not to change for truth, you are condemning your future family members to a lifetime of mental and physical enslavement. And that's what we want, people? Is that what we want? No, that's not what I want from my baby, which is not a baby anymore. And she's 20, but she's old enough to feel the enslavement now, unfortunately. I mean, everybody needs a job to survive in this world so we can make the money they enslave us with, because they stole the land and resources that were naturally ours. But these truthers that we look for truth from are never going to tell us this. Well, I'm going to end it here, guys. And I hope you have a good night. And seriously think about what I said. We're not going to stop exposing these Masonic gatekeepers, and I'll bring you as many of these as I can. And we're going to try to use our discernment in truth to make sure we do not harm real truthers that are honestly trying to get a message out there. But so far, we've exposed the Masonic ones. Well, have a good night, guys. Take care.